What is going on, warriors and farmers of Tamaris? Back again with another hero synergy guide in Call of Dragons. This is going to be episode number 2. You're going to see the perfect connection between Forondil and Mogro. Episode 1 covered the connection between Danfel and Theodore. If you want more videos like this in the future, make sure you subscribe to the channel for more content. Turn on the bell notification and never miss out. Like the video, share it with your friends. Leave some comments down below. Let's get started. Alright, warriors of Tamaris, so many people have started seeing the true potential of multiple cavalry marches in Call of Dragons. I'm going to begin the video by showing you guys my 5-march preset for cavalry in the Call of Dragons. This on the screen is what I like to use. It's composed of 5 cavalry marches who are just ready to destroy any ranged units walking on the field alone. As you can see here, we have Forondil and Mogro as one of the pairs. These two are going to do so much for this lineup. You're gonna see when we talk about the synergy. Usually I like to play with 1 infantry as well, and this is what the lineup looks like. We have Skogul as the primary, with Nika as the deputy, bringing in some 10% march speed. This is some good stuff. Nika has this awakening skill known as Total Slaughter. It's going to be super awesome for this pairing. When it comes to the war pet, I like to use this war pet right here, the Shadow Manticore. It's gonna do damage right away, so that is pretty good. So this would be another lineup that I like to use for my 5-march cavalry. For today, you're gonna see the synergy between these two. In my previous video, I showed you guys the synergy between Danfel and Theodore. These two work well together. They are gonna bring some good stuff to your lineup. And now, let us check out Forondil and Mogro and see everything that is so great about them. Alright, warriors of Tamaris, we begin by checking out the skills of Forondil, known as the Shattering Screech. It has a skill damage factor of 1200. This is the rage skill. On top of that, you're going to inflict cowardice. Any normal attacks launched automatically miss for 3 seconds. This is one of the coolest debuffs in the whole game. The good thing is this is going to work well with Mr. Mogro. The second skill just gives you 10% defense penetration, allowing you to do more damage. Skill number 3, you put Forondil as the primary, because you want access to this 20% march speed. In addition to that, you get 10% damage dealt, which is just good stuff. Aiming high is going to be skill number 4. Now this skill has some restrictions. Attack bonus of 40%. Bonus is reduced by -5% every 20 seconds. But guess what? When you use the multiple cavalry marches, you usually kill all those ranged units in less than 5 seconds. Therefore, these restrictions is not going to affect you. You're going to keep getting the 40% all the time. In the Awakening, Forondil has 2 different debuffs. Physical defense break of -20% and a march speed slow of -20%. All of these debuffs are going to work well with Danfel. Let us go on to Mr. Mogro. The Mogro rage skill allows him to do hero skill damage to 3 targets every second. The damage factor is 450. This is huge. One of the most disgusting rage skill for any physical troop type units in the game. On top of that, Mogro is going to transmit -30% HP to all the 3 people that he hit, making them take a lot of damage. This is just incredible. We go to the second skill. It says, when the Legion inflicts a debuff upon a target via an innate skill, the effect is also transmitted to up to 2 surrounding targets. Targets are also prioritized for lash out and future effect transmission. Now you're gonna get a hero skill damage dealt of +15% to debuffed targets. Now this is like a march on steroids. Ideally, you would take it to 5-5-1-1. That should be the investment for this pairing. You get all the good stuff with the first 2 skills if you don't want to waste a lot of tokens. This is going to be a very good low investment for your multiple cavalry marches. Now this second skill, known as the Rancorous Rampage, is going to transmit all the debuffs that you get from Forondil. Let's go back here and see how these two are going to synergize very well together to give you tremendous amount of damage. So Rancorous Rampage from Mogro is going to transmit this cowardice to 2 other nearby targets. This is just fantastic. When that happens, those targets are going to miss 3 normal attacks. This is going to be so important when you fight multiple range units. Because you know, most of the archers, they benefit from normal attack. Forondil and Mogro is going to punish them and let you take even less damage. And you know, when you fight with your cavalry, you are going to charge your artifacts faster than all of them. So you're going to hit them with your artifacts, reduce all of their HP, make them miss 3 normal attacks. It is just fantastic. To make things even worse for your enemies, Danfel is also going to transmit this physical defense break as well. It's as if he just wants to help your lineup do so much damage. So you transmit cowardice, and then he also transmits physical defense break. You're going to see that in the open field when I show you these two fighting together. It is just insane. So the combination between these two is just going to take your multiple cavalry lineup to the next level. Now you have minus 30% HP to 3 targets in front of you. You do 15% hero skill damage dealt from the second skill here. My game is glitching. And then you come back to Forondil. Forondil also give you another 10% damage dealt. This is some good stuff with this 40% attack. Your damage output is going to be ridiculous. On top of that, minus 20% physical defense break. Amazing. Now let us see what kind of artifact you can use with this pairing. Me personally, I like to use the Fang of Ashkari because I feel like this march is lacking some kind of defense. So this artifact is going to make up for it. When you want attack, Forondil has up to 40% attack from here. So this is great. Another option that you can try is going to be the Oath of the Stompik. It's another artifact built specifically for Forondil. It will allow you to summon another clone, and I think the clone might even be able to distribute all of these debuffs to all of your enemies and helping you do so much damage. It's going to be fantastic. So over here, you're going to get another 5% damage dealt for 10 seconds. I'm not sure if this one is going to be super effective, but I like to use the Fang of the Ashkari for the defense. You have plenty of artifacts that you can try. It's just going to be up to you. When it comes to the war pet, the number 1 pet that comes to mind is going to be the Berserk Frederick. The good thing is you're going to be able to get all the stacks. You don't need some of the other core skill for this pet to take it to the next level. With this lineup, you can just use it with all the debuffs that you get from Forondil and from Mr. Mogro. If you want, you can also add interruption to give you some, debuffs if you want. Otherwise, this one is not necessary. What other pets can you use with this pairing? You have the Universal Shadow Manticore that you can try. It's gonna work. You have the Blade Manticore. That's gonna work as well for this pairing. You have the Snow Peak Rock. You get a defense break from Forondil Awakening, Evian Splendor, and then you also have defense break from his Control Talent Tree. We're gonna have a look at that in a little bit. What other pets can you use here? You can try the Sun Lizard, but I don't recommend it for multiple cavalry marches. It's not gonna help a lot. So yep, let's check out the talent tree next. This is the talent tree that I like to use for Forondil. My marches are moving at, I think, between 52 and 54% march speed. Like you can see how I have set them up here. They look pretty good. We get the Cyclone Seal to put some debuffs, help out the Berserker Frederick. We got the Blind Side to give minus 30% march speed to the enemy, prevent them from running, prevent them from getting away. You have more defense break here. You have hero skill damage boost. At the end, I think I'm going to be putting Autumn Rains instead, because this thing is going to reset, I think, pretty much when you target someone new and you get a brand new war report. It can remove a debuff from the enemy and help you do a lot of damage. So I think they're moving at 54% march speed. You can do the calculations and see how it works. I have synchronized all of them to work well together with my marches that you see here on the screen. Maybe I can show you guys a demonstration. So this is it. Push them here. They all move together. Let me zoom in the map, send them somewhere here, and then show you the duration from here. As you can see, look at the timer. They're all moving together, closer to each other. I can bring them back and also show you the infantry that I have in the lineup. It's also keeping up with this lineup at 54% march speed. The infantry might be slightly slower, but I would use the Springbird Feather to make it keep up. So it's back. Let me show you guys the other preset with the infantry on top. I like to use different types of setups for all of my marches. Here is the preset with one of the infantries included. So we're going to put this one in front, and then we put Nika behind. I put the pet that I like to use, should be this one right here, deploy. Okay. Now I can send them outside. You're going to see that they move together as well. Select all. Let me send them somewhere here. And then if we look over here, the march speed, they are all moving together. Even the Skoggle is keeping up, as you can see. That's how it works. So you might want to see the talent tree for my Skoggle. Okay, I'll show you if you want to see what I have. It's right here. Picking up the march speed. Grab this, grab that. Grab this one right here. Take this, and you get this. You get a nice march speed to help you keep up. Now the infantry march speed is a little bit different. So when you're synchronizing, make sure you use the infantry as the reference point. Synchronize the march speed for one infantry with one of the cavalry. Let them move together, and then when you figure out how much march speed is needed on that cavalry, you go to all of your other cavalry and then you do the same. And it's going to work okay. So for Forondil, he's got 20% march speed on his talent tree, on his skills. And then this is what I have. For the march speed distribution, you should go to your other marches and try to fix that. Here is Mr. Tamaris. I only have 8% from here, so I'm taking that into consideration. When I go to the talent tree, this is what it looks like in terms of the march speed. When it comes to the Dunfell and the Theodore, here is the Dunfell march speed setup. I picked up every single march speed. I have it here. It's good. One thing you need to keep in mind is the shield of stability. You have a minus 2% march speed from here. So you might be wondering why your march is a little bit slower. So you need to take a look at this shield of stability. Minus 2% march speed. Put that into the equation and you get an extra 10% march speed from Theodore to help you out. So these are some of the march speed for the marches that I like to use. So I'm going to bring these guys back home. Where did they go? Okay, and I think this should pretty much cover the video. Right now, I'm going to show you guys a footage of Forondil distributing his cowardice by using the Run Chorus Rampage of Mr. Mogro. As you can see here, I targeted this Darkling, but my march was blocked. Eventually, it was able to get close to that Darkling. And you can see the cowardice is being distributed to 2 enemies. On top of that, the physical defense break is also being transmitted. So you're going to do a lot of damage with all the defense break and the HP from Mogro. On top of that, you make the enemy miss 3 normal attacks for 3 of them, which is just good stuff. Thank you guys for watching. If you're new, subscribe for more hero synergy guides in the future. Until then, talk to you guys in the next one. Bye bye for now.